Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I eat so healthy, so why can't I lose this extra weight? That's exactly what one of my clients, Mark, used to think to himself before we started working together. He's a 52-year-old executive who's been health conscious for years. He makes sure that he's watching what he eats. He avoids going out to eat. He makes sure that he's getting in his fruits, his veggies. He drinks green smoothies and even tracks his steps. But no matter what he did, the scale wouldn't move and he just felt like his stomach was getting softer and softer. So if that sounds like you, then stick around for this whole video because what I'm going to be doing is breaking down why eating healthy is not enough, especially if you're over 40 years old, and what you can do instead to actually get results. When Mark first showed me what he's eating, everything looked clean. Chicken salads, olive oil, fruit smoothie, protein. But here's the truth, eating healthy and eating in control are two very different things. Mark's food quality was great, there's no arguing that, but his portions were off. He wasn't aware with how calorie dense some of those healthy foods were, which were slowing down his progress and causing him to actually gain weight even though he was eating really healthy. And that can be extremely frustrating because it feels like you're doing everything right, yet your metabolism, it seems like it's stuck in neutral. Some healthy foods that you want to watch out for that are good, but they have to be done in moderation are this: almonds, cashews, nut butter, honey, avocados, cheeses, and even some granola bars. Now, here's what I see with men all the time over 40. They're so busy during the week that they undereat. Coffee for breakfast, small light lunch, and a normal sized portion dinner. Then Friday night comes, they finally have some time to relax, maybe they have a cocktail or two, and they end up going overboard on food. They repeat this whole cycle every single weekend, and then they hop on the scale on Monday, and it seems like they can't make any progress no matter how good they seem to be. And unfortunately, that 48-hour stretch on the weekend can erase all of the hard work that you did during the week. And this is exactly what would happen with Mark, especially when he was traveling and when he had times of high stress. He would stay clean eating most of the time, but then after a long stressful week, he would finally get to decompress and he would end up going overboard on Friday and Saturday. So what would end up happening is every Monday he would be 2 or 3 pounds heavier than he was on Friday. Plus his metabolism would slow down from the under eating during the week, and then he would get a big surplus of foods on the weekend, which either put him at maintenance calorie at best or a surplus, which is why he wasn't losing any weight. Now that same thing is probably happening to you because it happened to me for years. And the truth is, you might think that your metabolism is broken, but really you're just stuck in this cycle of inconsistency. Now, most men that I work with, they are drastically under eating on protein. Now, I know you might be thinking that's not me because I'm getting in chicken, I'm getting in protein powder, but that is not enough. Protein is the most important nutrient, especially for guys over 40, because it's gonna help you build muscle. It's gonna help you stay full and it's gonna help you increase your metabolism, which means weight loss will continue to become easier and easier and easier. So for Mark, when we doubled his protein and we scaled down a little bit on the healthy fats and the healthy carbohydrates, he was shocked by how quickly he was starting to see results because it didn't seem like we changed all that much. So remember, build every single one of your meals, build it around protein, and then fill in the fats and the carbohydrates after. Now, even if your food is clean and you've raised your protein, the truth is most men do not stay consistent enough to actually get real results that stick. They eat clean for a week or two and then they fall off for a week or two, which explains why you gain and lose the same 5 pounds over and over again. Because fat loss, it doesn't happen within those perfect days like we think it does. The truth is it happens over an extended period of time being consistent day in and day out. Now remember, we're not looking for perfection, but this does explain why you need to keep your nutrition so simple. Look to stick to the same breakfast and lunch throughout the day. Keep it as boring as you can Monday through Friday, and then when the weekend comes, you can enjoy a family dinner, you can enjoy some food that you really like without the guilt. By keeping it simple, this removes the decision fatigue and it makes following the plan much easier. That's why clients of mine like Mark follow the singular focus system to make fat loss simplistic and to make it sustainable and finally last. So click this video for a full breakdown of the singular focus system and see how you can use it to get to your goals.